Hey there, this is Annie Henderson, life coach, and I wanted to share something that made my heart sing. Now, part of me was a little hesitant. I'm always a little hesitant still on posting certain things and asking certain questions. I'm not exactly sure how long I've had Facebook, but long enough to go back a couple of careers, back when I was a teacher, and to have all of my family on there, especially older ones. So I want to share the post and I want to see what you think. And I would love to hear your comments below. So here it goes. How old were you when you realized that just because someone's gay doesn't mean they go to hell? This is a pastor-approved message. Questions? Message me. So that's what I posted. And I held my breath a little bit because it's a very important topic, a passionate topic. And as of right now, as of 136 comments and 5 shares, I've only had one person that told me to go read the Bible. And of course we kept it civil and wonderful, but I just wanted to read a few of the comments besides preach. Some people said mid to late 20s, which that's kind of my story. I was late 20s before I felt like, okay, I know I'm hearing this at church and I'm hearing this from other Christians. But something just was not resonating. And I'll see if I can find this comment, because they talked about it didn't pass the sniff test. And I love that. This person said they knew at birth. I wasn't raised to believe that in the first place, thankfully. 20-ish. They grew up Catholic. I also grew up Catholic. Here's the one I mentioned. I think once I got out into the world on my own, I realized that a lot of what I was brought up to believe didn't pass the sniff test for me. And my heart has always led me to protect the underdog. Feeling like a part of the population was being dismissed simply because they were different made me fiercely defensive of my friends in the LGBTQ community. That one gets me a little bit. So the reason I'm choking up is because that's one of my childhood friends from way back. Here's someone. They said, I'm a pastor and I approve this message. I was raised religious. I'm atheist now. When I was growing up, I was taught that God was loving. Then as I got to about 16 or so, people started trying to teach that gay people were going to hell. However, I could not for a second see how being gay was wrong, or a God of love could send someone to hell just for loving another person. Whew. So if I haven't mentioned this before, or this is the first video you're ever seeing of me, I actually created a Facebook group, a private Facebook group for LGBTQ+ and allies. And I created it with my church pastors because we felt the same way, and I'd never actually heard that from pastors. Although now that I'm on TikTok, shout out to the Lutherans, I hear it all the time, and it touches my heart. But I created it knowing that Christians need to hear from other Christians. And although I'm a Christian, because I am LGBT, because I'm a lesbian, some Christians will not hear that from me, right? They have to hear it from one of their own. So I also wanted to help kind of save families. So if now that children are coming out younger and younger because they're feeling safe and supported and they're seeing themselves represented in commercials and TV and movies, they're coming out, and we want to be able to prepare families to be able to love their children and to support them. Because without parent support, the attempted suicide rate is so much higher. I believe for trans, the numbers that I had read were around 57% attempted suicide rate without parent support. And with just parent support, that gets that down to 4%. 4% is still too high, but that's an amazing difference. So what I'm wanting is to shift this thought of, this is the way I raised. Someone told me once that homosexuals go to hell. It's true. Here's a fact, if you haven't heard this one yet. The word homosexual wasn't put into the Bible until, I might get this slightly wrong, in the 1940s. I'll say that. It was 46, 47, somewhere in there. Well, wow. That's a big difference, right? So if you are looking for a community, type in on Facebook, LGBT and allies. I'll also put the link in the description of this video. Let me read a couple of others, and hopefully you will be able to see kind of yourself and maybe how you grew up. And if not, let me know in the comments. What age were you when you realized, hey, gay people aren't going to hell? That's not how this works. Okay, here's one. I grew up around gay folks, so this wasn't a revelation for me. Also, I'm not Christian. Since I was little, my uncles raised me to know love is love. They celebrated 38 years before one passed last year unexpectedly. I was raised missionary Baptist, never felt that to be the right way. Now I consider myself to be spiritual. I don't live my life on man-made rules. This one said, I never believed that in the first place, even after 9 years of Catholic school. Here's one. I don't think I ever really thought that. I had heard it, and it just didn't make sense that Jesus said we get to heaven if we believe in him, but then a certain group of people didn't go, even though they believe. And if you want to see this post, if you're not already friends with me on Facebook, just find me. It's just Annie M. Henderson. Going over, if for some reason my friends list is full, just follow me, and everything I post I believe is public, so you should be able to check it out. As soon as I understood the word gay. Love this message. I am lucky, I suppose, because I never was taught this. And when someone tried to sell me this as an adult, I knew it was a lie. God is love. Okay, so go check it out. Check out the rest. Add your own or add it in the comments. Either way is fine. I would love to reach out and talk to you. If you are someone that is needing someone to talk to, if it's a group and you want that tribe feel of love that includes a pastor. In this group, we have Christians, we have atheists, we have people all over the country, all over the world joining this group. So feel free, if this doesn't apply to you, which hopefully it does. Hopefully, either you're LGBTQ plus or you're an ally. Either one of those, you're welcome. Come on in. There are some questions to answer at the very beginning, so make sure you answer those. Otherwise, I'll have to message you and remind you, hey, you didn't answer these. I need to make sure this group stays safe. If you have questions, if you're curious, and you're like, that's not the way I was raised, I'm really confused now. This pastor's saying this pastor's saying this. I'm so torn. I have some amazing pastors you can talk to and ask those heavy-hitting questions. So do your own research, check it out, look it up. Don't just take something that someone tells you as truth. I am a life coach. I'm also a coming out coach. So if you are LGBTQ and you need a life coach, someone to help you through this journey, I've been where you've been, and I would love to help you. If you're a parent with a child, I understand that you have a coming out journey of your own. I just recently helped a mom whose child came out to her, and now she realizes she has to now kind of come out at work and at church and to her own parents as a mom that has a gay child. And she had such amazing clarity, and she did great work. So if you are any of those, or you're just needing a life coach that is just a little maybe different, a little more understanding in some different ways, I am here for you. Reach out. My link to connect will be in the description below. And feel free to come follow me on Facebook as well, and TikTok. TikTok is, again, Annie M. Henderson. And it might say Life Coach Annie. Reach out. I would love to connect. If you want to have a private conversation with me, I would love to do that too. You are amazing. You are awesome. And if you found this and you are still watching and listening at 10 minutes and 47 seconds, you're here for a reason. And I'm here for you. Love you.